Alright guys, welcome back. I have officially taken a breather to get a drink and a snack and go take care of my errands, and I am officially ready to get back to it. So, the first thing we need to do is tackle our second team member. This might take a minute, I hope not. And the other thing I'm going to try to do this episode is get a little bit better about proper voicing for the characters and stuff. So when text pops up, just because it'll be a little fewer and far between, it'll be a little easier for me to get some confidence boosted, but I'm gonna do my best to go with, like, you know, some of the more, like, boisterous stuff, maybe a little bit more, out there, just because I previously haven't been very good about that, and I can do it, it's just more, you know, getting past that initial bubble there, but we'll see where I land. Obviously there's plenty of gameplay left to figure everything out, so I am not really gonna rush it too much, but just like I said last time, I'm gonna put my main priority as we search for a new team member into just kind of, you know, keeping it easy, keeping it simple. I do have my dogs with me today, so there is the tiniest chance that you might hear them in the background here and there, as they are dogs. I'm not gonna be able to tell them to be quiet, necessarily. Right now they're both just chilling, but occasionally you might hear the little jingle of their collars. I have to keep them on like a little bell. I've got a dog that can fit in the couch, so if he screws up, I gotta be able to hear where he's panicking, you know? Bidoof, my buddy. God, how much easier it would be. Is he winking, or are all the Bidoofs just missing an eye? I think they're winking. I mean, either way, it's cute. I'm just like, which one is it? Let's see here. Any minute now. I genuinely didn't think it was going to be that hard. I might have to look it up and make sure that I'm not tripping on this one, because I could have sworn it was a Pokemon you could get right here in this first little chunk of grass, but I could be wrong. Let me see here. So, let's see, which route is this? Oh. Nope. Let's go ahead and start taking this down. In the meantime, I'm gonna autopilot. I'm gonna do two hands here. Route 202, 203, and 204. Yeah, okay. So I'm not going nuts, it's just as common as everything else over here. And by that, you might be able to figure out what I'm doing, but wait. Yeah, okay, this is 202. What happens if I run? I just felt like running. Let's see. If I run, it'll definitely speed up the encounter rate a little bit. Oh, for heaven's sakes. That's the only thing I don't particularly care for Bidoof and Starly. It's just that when you don't want them, all of a sudden you're running into them all over the place. It's really easy to take them down. At this rate, I'm going to be really high level though. Almost disproportionately so. I don't know how I feel about that. But again, since Chimchar doesn't evolve until, I believe it's level 16. Could be level 18, and he desperately needs the double punch, or double kick, one of those, in order to stand up to the first gym, so, because I'm not going to get my next team member for a while that can handle rock types. Technically, you can catch a Machop outside of Orborg City's, like, main area in a little patch of grass, but I really don't want to do that just because, I mean, Machop's great, but I'm using a ROM, so I would never be able to fully evolve it. And I don't have the ability to insert cheats into this game, so I wouldn't actually be able to, like, you know, duplicate it, evolve it, and then send it back or whatever. So I need to be able to grab whatever Pokemon, like, Pokemon that can evolve through friendship, stones, things like that are fine, but anything that has to evolve through trade is officially off limits. Officially almost at the 6 minute mark, and still no sign of it. This is actually irking me just a little bit. There's a part of me that wishes that I had started the episode at the encounter, because I cannot pause in OBS. If I don't, let's give it like another minute, and if I still don't find it, I'll give up on it for now, because it's really not that important in order to start anything, because I can still use Chimchar for a good minute before I really have to worry about anything, and it won't be super helpful in the first gym anyhow. Oh, hello! There's a little dog down here. Oh crap, I called one of them, they both come. Let me see if I can... Here, buddy. Yes. Like a sweet little angel that he is not, he needs to be put to bed because if you put him under a blanket, he's kind of like a vampire. He'll just lay down there for hours and just not move. He's an Italian Greyhound, so, you know, they get pretty cold pretty easy. Once you figure out how they operate... Oh, we got one! Woo! Okay, let's catch this one. Please, 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 God, don't let me ruin this. It took too damn long. But yeah, no, so as long as I go ahead and put him in, like, warm blankets, and unfortunately people love to make fun of the little sweaters that he wears, but they're actually kind of necessary because here, at least where I live, it is officially 17 degrees outside during the day in November, so it's pretty cold over here. So one of the downsides of living here is that unfortunately summers are really, really hot, and then winters are just really, really cold. And winters start pretty early too, so there we go. Oh, thank goodness. Whew! That took too long. Okay. Give a nickname to Shinx. Yes. Alright, what are we gonna name it? It took way too long to find it. I'm gonna name him Waldo, because it took forever. It is a Lady Shinx, though. Does that matter? We're gonna name... Damn, I don't have a good name picked out, actually. Huh. Let's see here. Well, screw it. Why not Walda? I don't know. I'm tired. Alright, so we finally got our Shinx. I can probably take it from there just by getting through some of like the cutscene stuff and then all that stuff. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Sorry, we got some family stuff we've been working through. Had some family passings, and so I will be recording, but I will absolutely be getting a lot of messages and just things like that that I might need to break for, just because it could be urgent, situation sensitive, and it's not exactly physically possible for me to like stop and save necessarily. It'll be a little bit easier once I have like a proper capture card and all that, but oh my god, it's Looker! Heck yeah! I miss Looker. I mean, he's Mysterious Man #1 for now, but I was just making conversation. You claim you were only making conversation, do you? But I know better than not to believe that. No, no, no. You recognized right away that I was some extraordinary. That is why you spoke to me, is it not? Your power of observation is fearsome. Quite admirable you are. Now that my cover has been blown, let me introduce myself. I am the globe-trotting elite of the International Police. My name? No, I shall not inform you. My code name. It is Looker, that is what they call me. Incidentally, is the saying, don't be a thief, familiar to you? I sure hope so. That is correct. Taking what belongs to others is wrong. Unfortunately, there are apparently those who do not heed those words. Consider, in fact, there are criminals stealing the Pokemon of others. I have therefore been on the lookout for characters arousing my suspicion. Incidentally, you are trainers, yes? Perhaps you can make use of this? The versus recorder. Alright, that's actually pretty handy, especially for like retraining old Pokemon and stuff. It is a nifty device for recording a match. I obtained it because it is quite popular these days, but myself, I do not do Pokemon battling very often. It will be better in the hands of you. I also have a request. If you were to see me again, I ask that you not talk to me, for I am on duty. Actually, yes, you may speak to me, you must. Not because I am lonely, no, no, no. But you must inform me of bad guys. God, same, Looker. Same. You must inform me of any happenings. I'll do my best, buddy. Working for the International Police must be hard. I can only imagine that in the tone of, like, a very unnerved individual. Here it is. This is the trainer's school. The name says it all. I saw your friend Barry go in there earlier. He could still be in there studying. I know. And he definitely is. But before we get started, I am going to go ahead and heal up really quick here. And let's go ahead and do this. We heal up everybody. There we go. And in this game, you can't run inside of Pokemon centers, which I find to be incredibly funny. Oh yeah, that's right. Which button is it? Yeah. Switch around our roster just a little bit because I want to get Walda some experience. As you can see, Barry's over there, but if you talk to these guys first, they will give you a battle, and hopefully your level is pretty high, because for this point in the game, they're actually leveled up a pretty decent amount. They're at level 6, which is, I mean, initially doesn't sound like much, but when you consider that most of your Pokemon that you've immediately caught are going to be about level 3 or 4 like this one, it does get to be a little bit like a switch-out game, so it's important that your Pokemon should be around maybe level 10 to 15 probably. I know that's kind of overkill, but they have X items and you will be switching out relatively often, so course, I'm just tanking all of these guys, so that's fine. Quick attack will always go first, but it does not matter when it is weak. And Pinguino is going to get a little extra leveling. I want to say both these battles should get Walda into level 4. Once she learns an electric type move, it will not matter at all. It's hard to win if you don't have a lot of Pokemon to choose from. I can't remember which game it was, but there was an old game where one of these trainers had an Abra, and I cannot for the life of me remember which one it was. Or was it Nature Power maybe that someone had? I could have sworn someone in this game had an Abra. That might have been Diamond and Pearl, actually. Oops, yeah, no, we're not fighting anything. Yeah, we're switching out. Sorry, you're not quite high enough level yet to justify the risk investment there. And that's gonna lower regular attack, and so Flame or Ember should not even kind of sort of be affected by that, I'm pretty sure. And it's a counter to... That is, I think, almost every single Bidoof that I have hit with Ember has gotten burned. Interesting. Alright, well, even with the attack lowering stat, I think this should be enough to kill it. If it doesn't, then the burn will do it. Yeah, there we go. Okay. That's a level 4 upgrade, baby! I don't think Shinx learns any electric type moves, like, super early in. I think Spark is the first one? Maybe? It's a good move once you learn it, but I don't think it shows up relatively early. I'll look it up later and I can steal. Potion's right when we need it to. I don't think that would have helped your case, actually. Just gonna make sure we don't skip anything. There you go, you've learned a 10th of it. Congrats, bud. Oh, you wrote an essay. Gross. Items that they're holding, but they won't know what to do with man-made items. Yeah, because they don't understand technology. What's this item? X-Attack. Okay, so I was gonna say, yeah, that makes sense. I think the nerd kid would have originally given it to you. Alright. And then we won't be battling Barry here, just because... Yeah, well, at least you're looking after my penguin friend for me properly. Because he's just here to get the item. And then I think there's some extra stuff we can do right here in Jubilife. I don't remember what all we can get for Pokemon this early on the route, for how far we can go. Let's see. Yeah, so once we've gotten that task taken care of, we can get the... We can answer the Poketch question. We have to do this, that's right, because in order to have it, we can call it a Poketch. You manufacture them? Not only that, I'm conducting the Poketch promotional campaign. All you have to do is find 3 clowns in Jubilife City. If you can find them, I will gift you with a Poketch. Easy enough, and they're going to be pretty easy to find, and they'll be even easier to answer the questions for, so... Grow by defeating others and gaining experience points. This is all stuff that just by existing in the last 25 years, or just having the game long enough to have gotten to this point, you should have the answers already, because... You know, it's Pokemon 101 basically, but it's also there just in case you've kind of been like blind button mashing everything, that you do have the option to learn about it a second time. They're gonna be right, there's one clown down there, but I'm gonna get the one that's further down, because he's easy to miss and I don't want to forget him. We're gonna stop him from moving. I'm a Poketch campaign clown, let's roll up my question. Just like Pokemon types, moves of Pokemon also have types? Yes, yes they do. If the Pokemon's type matches its move type, that move is made much more powerful. Here you go, your Poketch coupon. Fantastic, scary clown. Give me my coupon. Get the hell out of here. One more scary clown to talk to. Can a Pokemon hold an item? Yes. They may hold a single item. They are effective as soon as they are held or eaten as necessary during battle. Here you go. Yes. Alright, so that's all 3. And like I said, it takes like no time at all to do. So it's definitely worth it because I think theoretically you should be able to continue throughout the game without getting a Poketch, and you can like come back and do this whenever. But there's a lot of things that immediately get way easier. Like for example, it actually tracks the real time of the world around you so that you can have a day-night cycle. So if you don't have that, you are screwed. Now the other thing that you can do, I think we can go up here a little bit. Yeah. So there are some Pokemon that you can catch up here as well, and there's a couple items you can grab. Budew is one of them. And which route is this again? This is Route 204. Yeah, so I think like Shinx and Budew and a few other ones you can grab while you're here. But there's also a second route that you can take. And I think you should be able to get back to it right away. This is the fella you want to talk to if you're heading this way though. Because you can get a fishing rod with it. We can be friends! Here you go, that's my old rod. Fantastic, my guy. Thank you for passing it forward. Tips on using it? Absolutely not. And then Route 213 is pretty much inaccessible in terms of Pokemon for a while. This is the bridge that you'll eventually take to get to a few places once you get to that level in the game, because obviously you need to have Surf in order to achieve it. Let's see here. But yeah, so initially, like, your access to it is pretty minimal. If you're trying to catch stuff, like for example, you can grab a few Pokemon through the fishing rod, but a lot of them are actually like catches from like the grass that are on the other side, and a lot of them happen when you're surfing. And the only Pokemon that you can catch with the old rod, at least over here, and it's generally speaking, it's for most of the game as well, until you get a better fishing rod, you can really only catch Magikarp. I think Love Disc as well, because Discus are really easy to catch apparently. And it's actually really funny. So Love Disc is like a crap all gimmicky Pokemon, and everyone kind of hates it. I think it's absolutely hilarious because if it is modeled after a Discus, Discus are actually famous for being really fragile and really hard to keep because of how fragile they are. They need like really specific water conditions and other stuff like that, and I think it's really neat that they actually thought about that, because it doesn't seem like a lot of people are super intimately familiar with that particular bit of lore. Like, it's 100% a filler Pokemon, for sure, but I do like that they even thought about that when they made it. Let's see here. We went there, okay. And now, this is actually where your rival is going to come in, so in order for me not to die, well, you know what, screw it, no. This first Pokemon's Scarlet, I don't have any type weaknesses against it, I'll be alright. I was gonna say, I wanted to switch out first, but no, I'll be alright. Hey, tell me you got a little tougher. You bet I did. Me? Do you even need to ask? Of course I got tougher. Come on, I'll demonstrate it to you. Well, I mean, you just got back from the trainer school. I should hope so. You're bestowing confidence. Challenge by Barry. Alright, and then, yeah, so right off the bat, if you have not prepared for this fight, you've kind of just been like skipping battles, You'll barely be at level 7 at this point. You might be around like level 8 or 9, depending on like the growth rate of the Pokemon. They're all pretty even to a certain extent, except for, I think Turtwig has... Oh, it's a little easier if I'm not mistaken, because it's a Grouse type and all that. But generally speaking, I want to say Turtwig might actually have a slow growth rate, because it's got a really, really slow one once you get... Well, anyway. Yeah, so if you start this game, and you just kind of breeze and blow through it, trying your best to skip every battle, you are going to be royally effed when this battle comes up, because Platinum Berry does not mess around. Let's wrap this up relatively quickly. And because we're not going to be able to use Ember on Piplup anyway, we might as well... Yeah, here we go. Just use it to get the guaranteed KO. And Walda got to level 5 and learned Leer. Okay, darn it. I was kind of hoping it'd be like a electric type move. Do you want to switch? Don't have a choice. Normally I would, but I think it knows Bubble by now, so I really don't want to find out. This is going to be a little bit tough. Piplup actually has a really good HP stat. Oh no, this is going to take forever. I could try using Ember because that's a special type move. I don't know how much, or not. I could try using because it's a special type move, but it's also a fire type move. I don't necessarily know how much good that would do to me. It seems pretty content just to use Growl, so let's go ahead and at least try it. At the very least, maybe I could get a burn off on it. Okay, it's not super useful, yeah. I don't think it'll react to my attack stat, will it? Yeah, I think it's gonna get tight here. Thank God you don't know how to use items yet. Yeah, it's not getting hit by the... I might actually be able to kill it. Because it's only just now figuring out how to attack. Oh my god, it's so close. Okay. Could Walda... I think she could probably live long enough to get in one attack. And she only has to do just like a baby smack. Let's see. Oh man, I could have done that. Alright, well, at least it cut it for intimidate purposes. Alright. Yes! Okay, that'll do it. That's gonna clinch this win. I mean, not that we were in risk of losing necessarily, but it guarantees that at least Waldo gets experience points now too. Boom! And you get some extra points. Look at that. Level 6. Anything good? Whoa. Ah, oh, damn, I was so close. Pinguino got a level though. That's always good. Yeah, you totally lost. We creamed you. Wow, what do you mean I lost? Well, that's it. That's the last time I'll ever lose. I'm gonna be the world's toughest trainer and you know it. The first thing to do is take on the Orberg City Pokemon Gym. I'm gonna toughen up for that totally. You do you, Chief. I'm gonna go back to the Pokemon Center and heal because I forgot how to stock up on items. There we go. And then what I'm probably gonna do is carve through getting ready to leave. I'll do some grinding in the background, and then I will come back once I've gotten each of my Pokemon. I'll probably wait until I get Shinx up to level 10, and then I'll start recording for the next episode. But for now, at least, I think I'm gonna focus on grabbing some items because I want to keep this episode for sure, since the first one was so long, under 35 minutes. But I just want to show you guys what I'm picking up too. So let's see. I'm gonna grab extra Pokeballs, and with these in mind, I always have at least 15, so we're gonna get 11 of those. And I like my stuff in increments of 5. It used to be that I grabbed them in order of party capacity, so like in counts of 6. But I don't like doing that these days. And I'll have at least 5 of these potions on me, so let's do this. Yeah, they're not super expensive, but they're also not all that hard to find, so I'll have 2. I normally don't like doing it less than 5 or anything, but I genuinely just don't need that many. But because we're gonna run into stuff like Cricket Tot and stuff pretty soon, I want to make sure I've got these on hand, because I can get status conditions, and Zubats too, as a matter of fact. Alright, there we go. And that should do it. And then I'll be tackling the next route all the way up into Orberg City in the next episode, so I just wanted to get through, that's basically the last of, like, the baby stuff. So from here on, it should be pretty smooth sailing. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut it here. Thank you very much for tuning in, and I will see you in the next episode.